Greetings, queens and kings. If you are stopping by, welcome to my channel. As you can see from right down there, you see what it's about. You see what it's about. Let me tell you something. I have not enjoyed programming on any platform like I do on YouTube watching these Country Wayne skits. I started following Wayne years ago, probably over a decade, on Facebook, when he was doing his own little thing, cutting up, and I said, this brother is going somewhere. And when he created these skits on YouTube, it was absolutely chef's kiss, genius, because it's built up, it's grown. We remember, when it started like with Roe and then Mike, the oldies, Amber. And then they started adding a lot of all the other characters that we absolutely love. Ernestine came in, and Jay, and now Amber, Ernestine, I believe Tasha, now Ro, and of course Mike are, producing with Wayne. He's busy doing other things, but he has these OGs in these storylines, and they are doing the business. Now we just gonna hop in here. No need to go back to the past, except when we want to recap some things. We're gonna start right from the present. And I have not been so excited to see an episode drop like I did when this one dropped here. The last time I was this excited was when we waited for what, almost a year, during Shayla's whole pregnancy, after she had that baby, to catch Shayla and Anthony in bed up at that lake house. I still love Miss Michelle. I still love the manager up there when she made that phone call to Amber, so Amber can bust they behinds in the act. They may not have been doing the do. They was just sleep. That's all she needed to know, because they were in bed together. And when I saw this thumbnail pop up this weekend, I was like, is Karma rearing her head? I'm not gonna say her ugly head, because no, karma comes when karma needs to come. Okay, karma needs to come when she comes. You do not prey on somebody's downfall. Shayla, we know the mistakes that Amber made with Wayne, prior to them getting married. When she was married, he forgave her. She got caught, but let me tell you something. She has been a wife to him diligently ever since. Let that with Wayne go. In therapy, we got to see, a lot of times we sabotage our own self from habits that we've made in the past. And just because you suddenly get married doesn't mean that those old habits go to the wayside. She should have went through a lot of healing from Wayne, from their breakup, and ended that prior to, because back then we wanted Amber to get caught, because Anthony was a good guy back then, and we didn't want to see that happen to him, as far as how she was treating him. However, when Shayla went and told Anthony what was going down, she slept with him through she slept, Anthony slept with Shayla out of her manipulation. When he was drunk, she took advantage, but the mistake was Anthony went back time and time again. And because she was so infatuated with him, and she wanted Amber's life, yes she did, what happens? She started getting envious. She wanted that man, she wanted Amber's life, and that's when the wheels went into motion. And Shayla said, "Oh, I know I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna tell Anthony what she did." Now, you was Amber's best friend first. You should have been her confidant. You know, that was between you and her. I'm sure it wasn't something. It was something that she wrangled with, something she was upset with. But you used that as a weapon to get her husband. And from then on, you got pregnant. So they say, from the DNA test, that this is Anthony's baby. That's yet to be discovered, because with her vindictive, sneaky, malicious witch of a mother, Angelina, I don't know. I think that one may have done something with the DNA test. So when she goes to change that baby's name, if she does, and she best to hurry up, because that can save Anthony a lot of heartache in repairing him and Amber's marriage. If they go to court, to change that baby's last name to Dalton and find out via the court with another DNA test that baby is not his, then a lot can be swept under the rug because Shayla right now is victimizing and using that baby as a weapon over Anthony's head. Because if she says your family one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, so we know that's just a little synapses to bring this all together, because after you sit around and have dreams and hopes to you see Amber getting that dream she had of throwing Amber out on the street so she can move into the house with Anthony. All of these things that she was hoping and praying, she don't even mention the fact that this is still this man's wife. Oh, Anthony is done with him. Zachary tries to tell her and school her that you need to let it go. Her father, even though he in the same situation, trying to tell her leave Anthony alone. Mr. Brody, you in the same boat as Anthony right about now. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother subject. She doesn't want to listen because she is blinded by him, and she's getting a little crazy right now and off the rocker. You saw how she banged down the door at Priori's house. So this woman is unraveling. But sooner or later, her day was going to come. You still can't continue with what you did and how you hurt Amber. You have to pay. So this was the day that Shayla paid. So here she go, old girl. Come on, let's look at it. She came huffing and puffing like she did at Priori house. Look at her. Upset. Stomping at this house again because now she probably sees the car. She knows it's in here.
Anthony! Get out here! Get out here! Anthony!
Shut up, you lost your damn mind.
Girl
What
is
the hell are
going
you
off.
doing here?
You are such a liar.
What are you...
Slept over here?
You need to leave.
Anthony, you are the biggest liar I know. What are you doing over here? Did you spend a night over here? Yes or no?
Shayla.
That's all I need to hear from you. What are you doing over here? You talking about business.
Did you spend a
This
night?
is not business.
You just spend the night?
Do I look stupid to you?
Shayla.
This is not business. Did you see over
Candy
here last
cane.
night? Have you been over here?
He did.
Okay, just calm down. all
You
right?
are the biggest liar I know. You're such a liar, Anthony. Talking about you only come.
And he did. I don't know if you hearing that, if it's playing. It seems like it may be a little slow. But the way Candy Cane came out there, Amber, with your striped dress, Candy Cane came at that door and was like, and he did. And he did. And I know this was so satisfying for Amber. So satisfying. Because the pain this woman went through. And even though, I know she relished in Shayla seeing him over there. It was satisfying, and I can't blame her because what she saw when she went up to that lake house was devastating. It was devastating. So, yeah, I would have been happy to see that too. And even if I didn't want Anthony back, I'd have been like, he was here. Now, she probably thinking they had sex or something, and that wasn't even the case. The man slept on the couch. But it's the fact that she don't need to know all that. Yes, he stayed over here. So in the back of her mind, Shayla's like, he done slept with her. I know good and well she didn't say that. So even when Amber said, yes, she wants to go off, but wait.
Over here to do business. What are you doing sleeping
I'm
over
over here with my wife, okay? I'm with my wife. And you just need to go.
Anthony,
just go.
listen. I don't know what you...
Now you see how Shayla changed? First of all, Anthony grew a pair of balls. Finally, he addressed her. Now, he said that back at her house, at the apartment. Remember, well, I can't say her house. He paying the rent. Back at his apartment. Well, back at the ranch, he told her before, I'm with my wife or whatever, and she threw a sponge or something at him, and he was like, what's wrong with you? She went off, started to black out. But you see, he mentioned, I'm here with my wife, and she took it down a notch. She was like, wait a minute now, I'm not gonna give this woman the satisfaction. Let me calm down, because if I get crazy like I did at the apartment, she'll win. But he told her, and I'm glad he did, I'm here with my wife, and it's the truth. You gonna argue, you gonna be a side piece and you gonna sit up there and argue. Yeah, you had a baby with him, that was your fault. You worked like hell to steal this woman's man, your so-called best friend, husband. And you seem to negate the fact that this man is still married and can go back to her at any time. I don't care what divorce papers they file. If he still loves her, he can very well go back and they can rectify that. So for you to sit up there and put all your eggs in this basket and come up with all this in your mind and paint this pretty picture, Shayla, about your life with Anthony, and that goes for any of us who wants to take that route with a married man. You cannot seal the deal with anything. Just leave it alone if you don't want it to be um, blow up in your face. Basically, blow up in your face until those papers are signed and it's final, signed by that judge, that court order, and you have it. You can't solidify anything, and a baby is not gonna do it. But Shayla thought she was good enough, and she had one up on her because you know Amber lost her baby that she carried because of the stress of that marriage. And with David, Anthony just failed to help out with that, and she lost David. So she lost two children because of this mess. So you didn't even care about any of that, Shayla, because you have a baby with him, and you always wanted to hold that over Amber's head. Your family, and Amber didn't have a family with him. God don't like ugly, child. Don't like ugly. And I was waiting for your day to come. Anthony messed up too. He has a long way to go because he messed up big time. But this wheel started turning with Shayla. This bad that night when you seduced that man drunk, and because then you went and told what she did with Wayne. Well, of course, now that made Amber not care because Anthony not care because he was hurt that she cheated on him all the way up to the morning of the marriage. So that was what you had over him, over Amber. That's what you had. And but still, it doesn't make it right what you did. It doesn't make it right. That whole situation with Wayne was forgiven. He moved on, but he continued to hold that over Amber's head, and so did you. But now you're getting your medicine. Let's continue.
You're going through, babe. I know this divorce is so stressful to you, and you're gonna get through it soon. I know you just don't want to lose it all, Anthony. But I love you. I love you. I love you. Your son loves you. You belong at home
See
with
it?
your family, Anthony.
He's about to lose it.
Please, let's go home. Let's talk about this. No, let's go home and
About
talk
to
about this,
lose.
Anthony. No. I
See?
I know. I'm sorry.
No,
Getting
No,
desperate now. You
Anthony.
hear it in my voice.
Listen,
I'm a
your
little
family
scared about
needs
what you
you.
might do.
Shayla, I love her.
I hope God doesn't care.
I love her.
And this did it for Amber. See her face? This
I
man
love her.
told
Anthony,
his
Anthony,
mistress that he
please.
still loves
I
his
love
wife.
you. Amber doesn't love you. She doesn't love you.
When she
I love
said
you.
that,
Your
that
family
cut like
needs you at
a
home.
knife,
I love you so much, Anthony. I'm the person that's been with you through it
that
all. I
cut
have
like a
always
knife.
chosen you.
Now
Shayla,
she's
don't do
smiling.
Amber
She's
this.
didn't
very
choose
desperate.
you.
Don't do
She
this,
chose
Shayla.
See?
someone else over you.
Shayla, you need to leave.
Anthony, please. I'm not.
Now, what Shayla tried to do was come up out of the bag with that guilt. Her way of roping um, Anthony back in is to throw back Wayne. That's her biggest weapon. That's really how she got him. She got him by telling the secret about Amber sleeping with Wayne. So that was out the bag. Now that outside of her son, the fact she wants to remind him, it's always been about you for me, but it's never always been about you for Amber. She never wanted you. And when she said that, Amber was like, oh hell. That's when Amber spoke. Oh no. Amber knew where she was going. And you're not gonna bring that old shit up. No. Amber was like, oh no, it's time for you to go. Because now you trying to throw this back in my face. I've had enough of this in therapy. I'm not gonna hear this with you. So when she mentioned that, Amber knew where she was going. So that's when she told her. And
Don't be the woman that's in this
not
fight.
today.
Please don't do this to me. Please don't
Shayla,
do
you
this
need
to
to
me.
leave.
Please, Anthony. I've been the only person that loves you. Your son loves you. Please don't do this to me.
Mm,
Please don't.
your son loves you, see?
Anthony, please don't.
Anthony was like,
I
I
can't leave,
surrender.
Anthony. I
I
can't leave
surrender
here
to my
without you.
wife
I
because,
love you.
and when Amber
You heard my
blocked him
husband.
and got in her face,
Now leave.
I was scared of her.
Anthony,
You heard me.
Mm,
Anthony, I
mm,
Leave,
can't go.
mm.
Shayla.
Anthony, I won't
Leave,
leave
Shayla.
without you.
You heard
Leave,
me. You heard me.
Shayla.
Anthony, please don't
Shayla,
do
get
this
off
to
my
Leave.
me.
porch.
Don't do this to me, Anthony. I
Yeah.
know you're stressed out
I
right
was
now.
all
Please
in
don't.
that scene.
You better get off my porch unless
Please
you want
don't
to go
do
to
this
jail.
to me.
Get off
Please don't
my
do this to
porch
me,
You better
before
get
I
Anthony.
off my porch.
call
Please
the
don't do
police.
this
Why?
to me.
You like the rest is trash. Get off my
Anthony,
porch.
Leave, Shayla.
please
He
don't do
was
this to me.
Goodbye,
manipulated
Shayla.
to see that man that she's
Goodbye.
obsessed with go in that house and Amber say bye and slam the door and follow her. All the air was coming out of my body. All I could do was say, yes, 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 yes. And listen to the song, y'all.
Comes back down. Love goes around. What goes up comes back down. Karma, karma. What goes up comes back down. Love goes around. What goes up must come down. Karma, karma. Treat
Ooh, that's a
people how
vibe.
you wanna be treated. 'Cause karma is undefeated. And in this game of love,
Karma's
karma will
undefeated.
call your bluff. It goes round and
This
round
is
like a
the day. Now she
merry-go-round.
knows
Comes back
how
down.
Amber felt when she caught him in that bed that day.
Love goes around. What goes up
And
comes
her
back
gut,
down.
her
Karma,
gut was right.
karma. What goes up comes back down. Love goes around. What goes up must come down. Yes, karma, karma. Treat people how you wanna be treated. 'Cause karma is undefeated. And in this game of love, karma will call your bluff. It goes round and round like a
Shayla is getting her just due. She's getting her just due. Um, the question is now, did Anthony really mean that? He told her this in front of her. Will he come back later and be like, I had to do that, babe. It was all an act. I had to do that to let Amber know, in front of you, because I'm fighting this whole thing, with this divorce, and this is for us. This is for me, you and I don't know if he's gonna try that BS again, or is he really serious about getting his wife back and it's actually done? What are you gonna do about that apartment? What are you gonna do about the visits? How is he going to handle this going forward? Is he going to go to the house and, walk in like nothing? And if he does, will this woman hurt him? Shayla's about to snap. I don't know how far this is going to go. I'm praying nothing happens to that baby. Um, but she's about to lose her mind because everything and anything that ever mattered to her and what she wanted to do to Amber, what she thought she didn't work. And this man looks like he's gone back to his wife. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Um, I don't know if Amber. I think because Amber saw him say, "I love her. This is my wife. You have to go, Shayla." Um, enough for her to reconcile with Anthony. I don't know. Maybe just the satisfaction of that day was enough for her. But after thinking about it, she may be like, "I can't do this." I don't know. But what I'm thinking about now is Anthony really serious? Is he gonna, pull all the punches? What's gonna happen with Shayla now? What's the deal with this whole going to court to change that baby's name? Because that's key. I want to know if that Angelina did something to that DNA test, altered it in some type of way, changed something, seal it back up in the envelope. People have done a lot of things, and she's crafty like that. She may have altered that test, sealed it up like it's the first time they opened it or whatever. Shayla may not even know what her mother did, but it's still a lot of questions. Is this really it for Shayla and Anthony?
merry-go-round. Goes up, comes back down.
off when she went to look at it. When she went to Priori, slept in that driveway. She ain't sleeping in that driveway. They ain't sleeping in that driveway. And she know Amber will call it out. She had no choice but to leave. But she's not in her right mind, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's about to happen, but family, yeah, it's going down. It's going down, and the best. I can't tell you how many times, a disturbing number of times, I've watched this video. A disturbing number of times. But what do you think? Put in the comments, how far do you think Shayla's gonna go to get Anthony? She's gonna speak to Angelina. You already know. And what is Angelina gonna do? What is she gonna advise her? What is she going to concoct? Because one thing she does not want to do is have Shayla lose Anthony, lose that money, lose that that security for her and her grandson. And I don't understand Angelina, because now she's in the same boat as Amber. Why would you side with that? Just because it's your daughter? Shayla is basically Pamela, and you can't stand her, but you defend your daughter in this mess, and she's the number one to blame for why Shayla is the way she is. This woman is diabolical, and she's insane, and you're not helping your daughter at all. And then she had the nerve to pray at one time, and God, I'm sorry, and all this, and turn around like a couple hours later and still doing the same messed up stuff. Stop playing. Stop playing. So I don't know that storyline with Angelina and Brody and them, and in another video, and see what's going down with that whole situation. But until next time, we're gonna get into this and find out what's going on with them. We're gonna get to that next video soon, okay? So remember, stay authentically you and live the life you deserve. Put in the comments what you thought about this episode. Peace. Doctor